July 20th, the anticipated matchup between Manny Pacquiao, the legend, versus Keith one-time Thurman. Now, I hear a lot of predictions. I read a lot of predictions, in the social media platform. I see it in IG, Twitter, YouTube comment boxes. I see it, I read it all. But what I don't see is a technical breakdown in how, let's say, for example, Manny Pacquiao is going to beat Keith Thurman. It's how Keith Thurman is going to beat Manny Pacquiao. I see a lot of people emotional. I hear a lot of people emotional. I hear a lot of fans of Manny Pacquiao. I see a little bit of fans of Keith Thurman, just to keep it real. It's a lot of emotions, but really, I do not see a logical, unbiased, objective breakdown, technical breakdown, and how the other one is going to impose or neutralize the other, and actually win the fight. So I want to bring that to you. Punch Drunk got you covered. So I want to break you down. I want to break down this fight. First, starting off with what Manny Pacquiao needs to do to beat Keith Thurman. So first, like I said at the beginning, look. If you're here trying to hate or things of that nature, I just want you to humble yourself before you comment. Of course, we can all disagree, agree, or you can have an understandable, assessment of what I'm trying to say. But, we all boxing people, correct? Let's keep the bias to the side. Let's think logically, let's think objectively, and let's break this down, So here we go. So Manny Pacquiao, first, got to understand that Keith Thurman starts off strong. We all know he starts off strong. And if Keith Thurman, an undefeated fighter, and if that's been working for him, nothing is going to change that until a fighter changes him. You understand what I'm saying? He's just not going to adjust because it's Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao got to prove to him that he got the skills and the talent to actually beat Keith Thurman. A lot of people don't like that he's very confident and boisterous about his opinion about on Manny Pacquiao. But you gotta understand that this is an undefeated fighter. There is no blueprint, whether you like it or not. There is no blueprint in beating an undefeated fighter until an undefeated fighter actually loses. So Manny Pacquiao first need to understand that Keith Thurman starts off strong. And Keith Thurman is successful to impose his power and impose his will. He want to dictate the fight, and once he knows he's dictating the fight, that's when he can make the adjustments anytime, because he already implemented that. He is the ring general, and he's the one that's going to be switching and changing things up when he wants to. So first, Manny Pacquiao got to understand that, in his training with Freddie Roach, or when his trainers and the people's helping him out to bring out a game plan and study the game plan and execute the game plan, it's got to know that Keith Thurman starts off strong. Yet while Keith Thurman starts off strong, he leaves himself open, and he has gotten hurt early in the rounds. I'm not saying rocked, I'm not saying buckled, I'm not saying nothing of that nature. But he does. You saw with Soto Carras, he did get rocked. We saw early in the rounds with Luis Colazo, he has gotten hurt. But he also in the first round has hurt Soto Carras. First, also Diego Chavez was actually boxing him well in the beginning of the rounds, because at first Keith Thurman likes to brawl. Keith Thurman likes to slug it out. Keith Thurman want to test you. Keith Thurman is going to try to knock you out in the first round. If he don't get you knocking out in the first round, or the second round, or the third round, that's when he start boxing around. So first, Manny Pacquiao got to understand, if he wants that toe-to-toe fight, the first round is the best time, so you can implement your power into Keith Thurman and let him know that I am here as well. See, a lot of fighters get overwhelmed by Keith Thurman in the beginning of the round and let him dictate the fight. Manny Pacquiao got to be the veteran and got to be the one to actually stop him from dictating the fight by, of course, Manny Pacquiao has developed a good jab later on in his career. Early in his career, he don't throw too many jabs, and in this fight, I like Manny Pacquiao's superior feints over Keith Thurman. So, and I do like that he has implemented, time and time again, the older he got, Manny Pacquiao has committed himself to throwing those straight right hands to the body, those straight jabs to the body as well. Instead of the head, I want Manny Pacquiao to hit the body up, tap the body, keep Keith Thurman bend it down, blocking his way, because Keith Thurman likes to block his way like this when he's coming towards you. He's willing to slug you out, but he's blocking this way. You know, so the more he'll come back down. Once you're testing his body up, testing that straight right hand or left hand, then the face will open up. So that's what you want from Manny Pacquiao. You want Keith Thurman to bend a little down, and you know, so hit the body up, touch the body up, straight left hands to the body, and they'll open up Keith Thurman up. The best way to catch Keith Thurman as well is when you're slugging, because when he starts boxing, it's real difficult for you to catch Keith Thurman. He makes the adjustment he needs to make. He controlled the distance real well. And if Manny Pacquiao, also what Manny Pacquiao needs to stop doing, that I see him a lot, is we all know he wants a toe-to-toe fight. We all know he wants to fight, but he also lets his opponent know that he does not want to box. So if he lets Keith Thurman know that I do not want to box, and he actually Manny Pacquiao still's in the fight, but you know that he's not going for the knockout. He knows he gets bored. He knows he gets a little frustrated when you need to box, him. So if he lets Keith Thurman know during the fight that I don't really want to box him. Oh man, you getting me bored. You got me thinking now. Keith Thurman is gonna cruise to a 12th round. I'm not gonna say that he's gonna win the 12th round, but I'm saying he's gonna cruise to the 12th round, and Keith Thurman is gonna be very, very comfortable in boxing around, just like he did during David Swift Garcia. He's gonna be very, very comfortable until you dictate to him. If Manny Pacquiao, a lot of people talk about his speed and his combination. What he needs to really implement into this fight is foot speed as well. Because if you're speed and you're fast, you got to understand, you got to cut off the ring as well. That's another art of the game. A lot of people saying that, Keith Thurman's going to run, or you got to be prepared for Keith Thurman when he's going to box around, he's going to move around. So Manny Pacquiao has to be smart enough and fast enough to cut off the ring. Now, when he does cut off the ring, because Manny Pacquiao does know how to cut off the ring, he has to limit his combination, but also throw his combination in good spurts. I don't want him throwing combinations to the head, too much to the head, because it's going to keep reaching. Remember, you got to understand this also. Manny Pacquiao, which he's good in attacking his opponent and throwing those combinations while he's moving forward. One thing that Manny Pacquiao got to look for and got to understand, that Keith Thurman, in his strength, likes to throw those counter power punches while he moves back. If you look at a lot of his fights and how he, neutralizes and how he hurts his opponent. If you look at Luis Colazo, if you look at Sean Porter, if you look at Josecito Lopez, the last fight that he had, he threw that left hook while moving backwards. He hurts his opponent while moving backwards, and then he'll come forward. Once he got you, then you know that you hurt, he's coming after you. But one thing also, when Keith Thurman does come after you, Manny Pacquiao, you have to relax and chill, because one thing about Keith Thurman, he once he got you hurt, and Manny Pacquiao got to understand that if he got hurt, he still got to have a game plan. What if he's hurt? That Keith Thurman relies too much on the right hand. It's almost like Keith Thurman becomes Deontay Wilder. When he gets you hurt, he don't really has a good follow-up, especially not the last 6 fights of his career or 5 fights. His follow-up hasn't been that good. He stayed committed trying to throw that right hand. Before, he used to go to the body and try to get you to the body and then to the head, and then, he'll get you done. But Keith Thurman has lost that type of timing. So Manny Pacquiao got to understand that he has a good chance in catching Keith Thurman in between those punches, because he's going to try to throw those single punches and try to go with the right hand. So, a lot of combination needs to be thrown. Keith Thurman is not a high-volume puncher. Yes, he threw 900 punches versus Josecito Lopez, but of course, I believe Keith Thurman came in very, very confident, very, very comfortable. Think it was going to be a little bit easy, so he threw a lot of punches that he normally don't throw. He threw a lot of jabs. He don't really throw that too much jabs. Remember, I believe that Keith Thurman rather throw all those punches, leave himself open to Josecito Lopez so he can get the knockout, then maybe, we don't know what type of power Manny Pacquiao does got left, but of course we all know it's science. you do not lose power when you get old. You lose your reflexes, you lose your speed, you lose your kind of your timing. So Manny Pacquiao gotta have a good output. Now, I believe that Manny Pacquiao is experienced enough. He has become smarter as well after the Marquez fight. That he could box himself to a 12-round decision. You know, he can outpoint his opposition anytime he really wants. So, just like if you can't implement your power, if let's say you implement your power to Keith Thurman is going to, if you can limit Keith Thurman to single shots at a time, then Manny Pacquiao has done a good job. You got to feint, move backwards and forward as well. You just can't be a full fighter. Manny Pacquiao just can't be a full fighter. First, you got to have Keith Thurman thinking. Keith Thurman thinks offensively and trying to trap you. But Keith Thurman, I don't believe nobody gets Keith Thurman thinking that he could get caught or thinking like, oh, this guy really hurt me. Now I'm thinking, because when Keith Thurman does get hurt, at the end of the day, he find a way to win and adjust at the fly. So Manny Pacquiao has to smartly overwhelm Keith Thurman in spots. Little less, not more. Not half, just a little less, but impose your will. So he got to impose yourself. Who is going to win the first round? I believe the first couple of rounds is going to dictate the fight, and that person is going to have a good chance in winning the fight. The first and the second round is very important. Now, a lot of people talk about the championship rounds. I'm going to tell you like this. What happens in the first round, your mind is going to stay stuck on what happened in the first round is going to go all the way to the championship round as well. Except the 12th round when everybody's going to go for broke if it goes up to if it's a close fight and it goes all the way to the 12th round. So, Manny Pacquiao, again, got to have smart output in position, in spots. He throw a little combination there. Those combinations really got to start from the body. You got to set up the body. And I'm not saying this because a lot of people say, oh, Keith Thurman, oh, his body is this. No. I believe that Keith Thurman got a strong body because he never went down with a body shot. So even if that's what a lot of people want to say, you got to understand. I'll break it down briefly. When somebody gets chin checked, and he don't fall, boom, you be like, damn, that dude got a shot, he ain't go down. You say he got a grenade chin. So if a guy hits you with a nice liver shot, boom, to the body, and you don't go down, because a lot of people do go down with those body shots. If the dude is hurt but doesn't go down, it tells me, damn, this dude he's very conditioned to handle those type of punches, and he stays in there and does not go down. And actually, he does not clinch. He actually moves around. So that's another thing. Do not get caught in trying to thinking that Keith Thurman is boxing around and moving backwards, because Keith Thurman loves moving backwards and loves countering while he moves backward on his back foot. That is Keith Thurman's strength when he's accurate. He's very strong when he's coming at you, but when he's coming at you, he does throws wide punches, and those are the best time to get Keith Thurman. So Manny Pacquiao has to match the intensity of Keith Thurman. And I believe at this point of his career, Manny Pacquiao is going to come out fresh. I don't know how Manny Pacquiao is going to be in the 9th round, but I do. Manny Pacquiao is going to be the old Manny Pacquiao. He's always the new Manny Pacquiao in the first round. He's going to implement his will as well. So Manny Pacquiao has to come out as strong as Keith Thurman. He needs to dictate first. He needs to brawl first, and then box him around and give him angles that he never seen before, that he didn't have in camp, because nobody is like Manny Pacquiao. So he need to throw those jabs to the body, go to the body, and the head will show. He needs to move, throw combination in spots, feint, limit the jabs, limit the reach. So you want to throw those outputs more, but you don't want to throw so many punches to actually. So Keith Thurman is a smart fighter. He could time you. You don't want to throw him. You don't want to get caught in between those punches, because that's Keith Thurman's strength. So I believe that Manny Pacquiao needs to come out and set the tone first round with his power. And then after that, touch the body, start with the body. So the head will open up and cut off the ring. If you move, you gotta cut off the ring quickly. You gotta cut off the ring quickly, but box him while you're cutting off the ring. You know, don't go over. Do not do what you did versus Floyd Mayweather in the first one. You did got him hurt, and you just swinging away. Step back, boom, boom, boom. Step back, boom, boom, boom. Just don't stay in the same spot, because remember, he's 5'5", Keith Thurman is 5'7". So the hump is lined up to Manny Pacquiao's face. If he throws a lot of punches, remember, for orthodox versus southpaw, the straight right hand is right there for the taking. It is right there. You're always lined up to get that straight right hand. So Manny Pacquiao got to look for the straight right hand. You know, throw a lot of feints, stay down so you won't get hit with no body punches and things of that nature. Stay down, in and out, side to side, box him. So I believe that output, spots, that's what Pacquiao needs to do. I think he needs to really train for a 12-round bout. And of course, he's always in great condition, but he really got to turn in 12-round bouts. He got to implement his power before Keith Thurman does implement his, and let him dictate in movement. If you're faster, you have to set that tone in boxing Keith Thurman and show him something that he probably never seen before in spots as well, or he haven't seen in TV. You know, so that's my take, and of course, we're gonna have more takes about this. And then my next video is going to be what Keith Thurman needs to do if he wants to be Manny Pacquiao, and how he's going to neutralize his strength, how he's going to expose his weaknesses. You already know, man. Hey, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you subscribe. The people that did subscribe, thank you. I love y'all, man. You're my boxing family. You already know. Punch Drunk Boxing's right here. Hit the notification button so you know my next video. You know it pops up. You already know. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed night. Hope your family's doing well. Peace out.